Hi everyone, TechBiner here, and today what we're going to be looking at is the brand new Samsung Galaxy Note 8. Now I want to preface that's a hard word to say, preface this by saying that this is a phone that I have purchased. I have gone out, I have bought it, it is now mine. And really what today's video is going to be is kind of a pseudo unboxing showing everyone what's in the box, what comes with it, and just my initial impressions over the last 48 hours that I've had the phone. Now, the phone I had before was the iPhone 6s Plus, the 128 version, and I've had this for about a year and a half. And before I got this, I actually had a Note 5, Note 4, Note 6, I can't remember which one it was, but I did have a Note before that, and I did genuinely like it. Now, I've never really been a big fanboy of the whole iOS versus Android thing. I kind of just go with what I like at the time, really. The only reason I went back to an iPhone from the Note was really kind of iMessage, because I was trying to do a bunch of group conversations and slightly annoying, but whatever. And also, I had dunked my Note in the toilet, so it kind of screwed up the charging port. This is before IP68, which now this has, so I don't have to worry about that anymore. So let's start off with what's in the box. Now the box looks like this. It has a little slide out, and then you open it sort of like so. In the front you'll have the phone, and then in here is some paperwork that you'll never read, and it does come with a SIM eject button, or clip as well. Now, basically what you'll get in the box is you'll get your USB Type-C cable for charging, your fast charger. You also get a Type-C to micro USB and Type-C to USB port. And what that's really handy for is to say taking, like I did, my Lightning port cable, and you can transfer the data with a Smart Switch app that comes already built in on the Note. So you can transfer all of your data over. Now I will say this, I didn't have an SD card at the time I did that, so I couldn't transfer over everything, like my music and some of my videos and stuff didn't transfer, but that's on the way from Amazon, so I'll have that done soon and finish that up. Another nice thing is you get a couple new tips for the S Pen that this has. And I will say you also get a really nice set of earbuds. These are AKG earbuds. And the couple times I've used them so far, they sound really good. Like, amazing for phone, in-box phone earbuds. Now, the one thing that does bug me, as you can kind of see here, it's great that, see now I got it all tangled up here. It's great that it comes with a half braided cable. Now, I don't mean that sarcastically. The braided cable is awesome. It feels premium, it's nice and quality. But then at the top where the earphones are, it's plastic. Like, I don't understand why they couldn't make it braided the whole way through, but anyway. And then you also get different ear tips for the earbuds. So that's nice. But first, I just wanted to talk about my initial impressions with this phone here. And I did get it in the deep sea blue color. It's a beautiful color, and I actually really like it. In Canada, we get the black and the blue. I believe the States gets black and gray. Don't quote me on that, comment below. But yeah, it's a beautiful color. It hides fingerprints decently, but not perfect. It's a lot better than the black from what I've heard and seen on other videos, so that's nice. And some of the things I really love about this phone, though, is the screen. This screen is amazing. 6.3 inch diagonal screen compared to the 5.5 that was on my 6s Plus. And wow, it is an absolutely gorgeous screen. Watching YouTube videos on it is amazing. Shout out to Hardware Canucks there, the video that you're seeing there. But it is an amazing, amazing display. And the cool thing is, especially with the YouTube app, is if you're watching a video that isn't 18 by 9, you can actually hit a button and it'll kind of crop to fit the whole screen, so you'll lose a little bit of the frame of the video, but it fills out the whole screen, looks absolutely beautiful, and I mean, it's awesome. I haven't had a chance really to watch any movies or anything on it yet, haven't gotten that far, but amazing screen. It's so much better than this thing, like way better. App-wise, it has pretty much all the same things from an iPhone as you'd expect. But the nice thing with Android is you can do different stuff. Like I can change the theme. I've got like a midnight blue or black thing on here. I had a space theme on here the other day, trying that out. So you can customize a lot of the stuff on here. Not to mention you can download music and movies and stuff right to the phone from other places, let's say. You can say that for what you will. But that is pretty good. Another feature I really like about this phone actually is the edge panels. I find them actually pretty convenient, especially like say the stock one, which is right there, or say the news from CNN, sports, so I can get my scores really quick. And even the calculator one, that one's actually kind of nifty because, well, I'm not the best at math, so you might need that once in a while. Next on the list would probably come with the S Pen. Now, I'll admit with the other Note I had, I don't really think I used this very much, but back then it wasn't really, I don't know, it was there, but it wasn't fantastic. So one of the great things you can do with this S Pen that I actually kind of like is the live message feature. So you can just send a message to anybody and write, and it makes a little animated GIF. I think that's actually really cool. And I mean, it does a really cool job of doing that. Another nice thing with the S Pen also is the ability to draw on the always on screen, which I don't think I've talked about yet. But the always on screen basically only shows like your time and your notifications, and that's it. But if you take the S Pen and you go to draw on the screen and you go to write on the screen, you can leave a little note for yourself. So I can see myself using that a lot, say if I'm on the phone and they say, well, grab a pen and paper and write down this number, write down this code, write down, ticket number, whatever, right? And you can quickly jot that down, save that. You can save that to your notes, so that way you always have it. So that's a really cool feature that I like. You're not trying to scramble through the phone to get to an app and whatever else, right? So I think that is one of the really cool things. Now, some of the things I don't really like is sometimes when you're holding the phone kind of like this, and if you're like touching the edge a little bit, sometimes it won't register when you're keying down. So that's kind of a minor thing there, but I mean, nothing major. But more so far, I actually have had a really good experience with the phone. I'm still getting used to a bunch of the settings and going through and trying to figure out what's what, and just kind of get used to a whole different ecosystem, because the last time I used an Android phone, like I said, was like 2 years ago. Things have changed, so there's things to get used to, but we'll see how it goes. Now, I do have 15 days from the day I purchased this to return the phone, by which time the iPhone 8 will have come out. Now, what I'm going to be doing over the next 2 weeks is basically just going to use the phone as is. I'm going to, do everything I'm going to do with it and see what I really want to do. Do I want to go back to an iPhone, or do I want to stick with this? Because where I live, we do 2-year contracts. So I did get this phone for a lot cheaper than the $1,300 retail price, obviously, that it goes for. That's insane. Good Lord. But the real question will be in 2 weeks, do I want to stick with the Android, or do I want the iPhone? We're just going to have to wait and see. I will be doing another full review. I just got a wireless charger today, so I will be testing that out to see how I like that. I haven't had much of a chance to do with the cameras, because that is a big thing with this. The live focus, the dual cameras, the video. And another interesting development is they're supposed to be coming out with an update for 4K 60 frames per second video. So hopefully that comes out soon and I can test that. I'm assuming that's kind of a rebuttal to the iPhone X's 4K 60 frames per second. So we'll see how that stacks up, if that comes out or not. And yeah, I'm excited to put this thing through the paces over the next 2 weeks, really see what I can do with it, see what the battery life comes out to. So far from the last couple days, it's been great. I've gotten a full day usage and more. You can really play with the settings too to get maximum amount of battery power out of this. There has been a big deal that this has a smaller battery than the S8 Plus. But I mean, what was Samsung going to do after the whole Note 7 debacle? So honestly, I don't think it's a big deal. You can customize a lot of the settings to get maximum amount out of this phone. But until then and until next time, comment below, tell me what you want me to tell you guys about it. Like I said, I'm just an average consumer. I went out, I purchased the phone, I bought it with my own money. If I decide to keep it, this will be my phone. Like I'm not a big reviewer. I don't get 10 phones. I can't switch back and forth. I don't have that ability. So this will be my phone, or I'll go back to the iPhone. But until then, guys, comment, like, let me know what you want to see. And until next time, I'm the Tech Miner. Have a good one. Bye-bye.